Hello and welcome to the show, starting a new season with a new home on YouTube. This year it's going to be bigger than ever with 10 new teams to introduce, but we start off with some big hitters in Birmingham. Moseley finished the last campaign in 10th, but a busy summer has given them a competitive edge. But their first visitors are Sale, who were the nearest competition to promoted Coldy last year, who will make a soaring start at Billesley Common. The element of that, wonderful to Fergus Mulcrone, stepping inside and out of Tuo Igodo, just straight down, and there's the pass. Well, Sam Adu has been tearing it up for Sale in pre-season, and what a way for him to start his National 1 campaign. Was it ever going to be any different?
I mean, you could see that coming from as soon as they got the ball there. I mean, there was a lot of time for the boys. They just basically had 5 Moseley players, 5, 3, 4, 5, I'm not quite exactly sure, forwards in that midfield area, all tight in around 10 metres of space, and there's not a lot outside. I think if the boys spread out a bit further there, like Max Ayling, who spread a bit further, that wouldn't have happened, but they just spotted a gap and absolutely went for it.
It's Bradley. Finding Mulcrone, he kicks over the top. The wind is going to hold that up perfectly for Adu, and a bump, and there he goes. Tried to get into Mulcrone. Bradley in support though, and the scrum half skipping through. Mulcrone with him, and Mulcrone, well, just like they did last time, a break in seconds, and Sale find themselves in that bottom left corner.
Once again, it's that offload play. I think the boys couldn't really handle it over there on the wide channel. I think they kind of dropped themselves a bit. When the ball went up in the air, I think they thought it was going to be going out. It got held up with the wind, and we just let ourselves down.
This time they go short. Abano climbing highest. Steadman looking to solidify by staying at the front. The combination of Ayling and Butler also keeping them moving. Now they turn round to the side. We're looking for a first set piece try of the season, and it could be creeping. And
let's go the boys.
And Moseley get themselves on the board.
We've been drilling it the whole way through pre-season. I think the boys weren't exactly the most dominant in regards to their pack, and and now we're looking at these mauling tries. We want to set a big marker on our scrum, our set piece, and I think we're seeing the fruits of our labour.
Moseley continued to ride the wave of momentum, Dan Lewis kicking 2 penalties for a 1-point lead at the break. But Sale flanker Hugh Davis had something to say, benefiting twice after the restart at set pieces to put the visitors well clear. And here comes that rain, and there'll be all of a sudden a big movement from the stand in front of us. Adu, that is a lovely take, and the winger will surge into that corner for his second try, the 5th one for Sale. Awesome from Adu, a sensational score for the winger, and Sale FC are on a fantastic 5. A game full of intrigue, full of scintillating scores. Full time, Birmingham Moseley 13, Sale FC 32.
This is probably the best moment in my life. I love training, love playing with the boys, and then actually getting to do it now, amazing. Couldn't have asked for anything more, and getting 2 tries as well. Really happy with it. But I think as well the setup at Sale was really good, so I feel like I learnt a lot the first year, even though I wasn't playing. But yeah, the feeling, unreal. I was just buzzing to get out there. Had a few games in pre-season, so I felt a bit more comfortable playing, and yeah, just went out there, flew out there, put it all in, and yeah, it was good.
Here's the rest of the Nat 1 action, with Leeds Tykes aiming for back-to-back wins over Taunton.
These teams met 4 months ago, with Tykes securing their survival, and after 40 minutes at the Sycamores, they were level. It was the hosts who restarted better, Thomas Williams finishing off a super sweeping move to edge ahead. But discipline issues meant Taunton Titans were never out of it. Connor Baker landing a late set piece for Jordan Gott to convert. Darlington Moden Park enjoyed a much easier start to their day, Morgan Passman making it 2 tries in 10 minutes. As the heavens opened, Chinners' defence continued to do the same, Ben Franklin landing the decisive blow. The Oxfordshire side would take a losing bonus point thanks to Will Kelly's boot, the fly half kicking 3 penalties. In the capital, Cinderford looked to give Rosalind Park an early scare when George Bolton went over after 12 minutes. But the home side's new captain, Dan Laventure, led them out of trouble, setting up 3 first-half tries. 3 sin bins for Park kept Cinderford scoring, but Craig Holland's try to accompany 18 kicked points confirmed the win. The fastest start of the day went to Rams as Alex Kaling-Smith bullied his way through Esher to score after just 2 minutes. The promoted side had conceded 4 by half-time. Max Heyman's mauling try demonstrated Rams' pack power. Ben Robbins grabbed a brace for himself to give Esher fans something in their first National 1 game in 3 years. It looked to be a completely different story for debutants Hull, who were ahead in 13 minutes through Joe Carlisle in a haphazard manner. But Bishop Stortford's pack got them out of trouble, Will Roberts acrobatically diving over a ruck for the lead. The promoted side battled, but a Cam Curry red card left them exposed. Jake Morris capitalising twice in a 7-try display. And tries galore at Volac Park. Cambridge had 3 tries in 15 minutes, Steph James scoring on his debut. But it only kicked Plymouth Albion into gear, Frankie Knoll taking them to 3 of their own as Tom Putt's conversion puts them ahead. The Southwest side suffered at the hands of Kwaku Asiado last season, and his try once again put Cambridge on the path to victory. 54 tries in the first 7 games have certainly started the new National 1 season in style. Find out more about our partners VO at ncarugby.com. Bishop Stortford's point difference is 4 ahead of Rosslyn Park. Darlington Moden Park were the only winners without 4 tries. Plymouth Albion scored 4 and finished within 7 points of Cambridge, while it's a tough introduction for Esher and Hull.
Well, let's march on to the 4th tier, starting in the north with a Yorkshire derby.
The heaviest win of the day came from Clifton Lane. Rotherham Titans centre Lloyd Hayes taking 32 of the 67 points and starting early. 9 tries went over the line for the home fans to enjoy, including 1 for former Premiership winner Gareth Denman. Harrogate did get 1 of their own through hooker Jake Garrett, but it was consolation on another tough opening day. Once again, anything Titans can do, Sedgley Park can do too. Danny Mayer filled Matt Gallagher's boots with a 15-minute hat-trick. His victims were Nat 2 North returning side Otley, who sparked into life through Samuel Taylor on 50 minutes. 4 tries had already passed though, and the Rileys took it up to 6. Matt finishing a splintering move here. Sheffield were another promoted side to have a bad day. Their delayed journey gave Tynedale a clear edge in the first half. 3 tries down, the visitors found a way through their opponents for Elliot Fisher to get on the board after 49 minutes. But the response from Ben Wood's side was immediate. Will Rue capitalising on Rob Parker's break for a bonus point win. Wharfdale handed a walloping to the 3rd promoted side Preston Grasshoppers with 9 tries, Harry Bullough scoring the best of them. While number 8 Scott Richardson gave the visitors something to cheer, the host running style brought Preston back with a bump.
Yeah, obviously hard one to take this weekend. All credit to Wharfdale, great on counter-attack, great broken play, but certainly lots to work on this week ahead of a big local derby final.
Back in the northeast, Bladen's errors allowed Hull Ionians to stretch out to a 15-point lead by the break. Whatever was said at half-time worked for the home team, Alex Charlton putting the hosts within 1 point of the leaders. But it was discipline that cost them the chance of a comeback, Josh Britton securing a brace in the last minute from a set piece. The Yorkshire derby at Lockwood Park delivered. Sheffield Tigers led at the break thanks to Jamie Broadley's efforts. But Huddersfield came out flying after the restart. Tom Hidson bursting through to feed Lewis Bradley for the lead. 2 minutes would win it for Tigers. Angus Hughes and Louis Townsend both getting on the board for a precious away win. Fylde and Chester were locked level at half-time, but it was Connor Wilkinson who gave the hosts an early edge. Chester have played out big scoring games at the Woodlands. Gwion Williams' pendulum swinger showed it would continue here. But Fylde prevailed in the end through captain Ben Gregory, grabbing a brace before Tom Carlton sealed the victory. 29 tries were scored in the first halves of the Nat 2 North games, setting a super tone for the season. To read all about the scores, grab a copy of the rugby paper. Rotherham Titans and Wharfdale's heavy wins put them on top early on, with Sedgley Park and Tynedale close behind. Chester and Huddersfield's tight games give them bonus points, with the promoted sides and Harrogate rooted to the bottom.
So to the first of our new leagues, National 2 East, and there was a brand new Kent derby at Well Hall.
Blackheath started life in the 4th tier with a clear plan. Pack power, bringing a score after 8 minutes for Paul Scorcher. But Dorking countered with pressure on defence, enough to force an error that sent Toby McRae running for a shock lead. James Shanahan's forwards kept pushing through to get forced space and tries, Jake Lloyd capitalising with 3 minutes left. On the other side of London, Worthing Raiders showed their speedy style in the backs early on through Curtis Barnes. But errors in their game gave Barnes 5 scoring opportunities, which they took, debutant Will Lewin getting the bonus. Matthew McLean tried to grab the bull by the horns for the visitors in the second half, but it was too little, too late. There were surprises at the Slade as Rochford 100 jumped into a 3-try lead in 11 first half minutes over Tunbridge Judeans. The side relegated from Nat 1 took 50 minutes to get over the line, Luke Boone getting them started with 4 of their own. After all their work to close the gap down to 8 points, the Essex side went out to reach through replacement Rob Gardner.
Roll 3!
North Walsham appeared to be making a dramatic entry to the 4th tier when Frank Scott scored after 6 minutes. After a tough first half, Canterbury strode away in the second half with 4 tries, Guy Hilton capping it off. In Essex, Westcliff looked to banish the ghosts of last season's struggles early on when Jack Hogarth found a way through. But promoted Sevenoaks showed why they stormed to the London and South East title last year, Brandon Thompson putting them ahead. The second half was almost a carbon copy as the new side grabbed a bonus point through Jonathan Short's run in the last minute. And a tug-of-war unfolded at Dryleys, with visitors Bury St Edmunds busting into the lead after 4 minutes through Michael Stanway. Henley Hawks showed speed and composure in their backs to lead at half-time, Seb Scott keeping a cool head under pressure. But errors did creep into their game, which Cody Drury Hawkins pounced on with 7 minutes to go in an eye-catching clash. Guernsey were looking to celebrate early as Tom Seelan marked his 300th appearance for the club with an opening try. but pressure from Old Albanian gave them a dominant position on the island, Elliot McFun once again finding the scoring touch. Jordan Reynolds' side did take something from the encounter, with Dan Morgan securing a losing bonus in a tight contest. It was a good weekend to travel in National 2 East. 5 of the 7 fixtures saw the visitors take the win. Blackheath lead the way, but it's promoted side Sevenoaks who are closest in points difference, with 5 scoring bonuses secured. Tunbridge Judeans and Worthing Raiders will go back to the drawing board, while Westcliff are in familiar territory.
And let's finish in National 2 West with Stourbridge swooping in to Cornwall.
11 years after last facing Stourbridge, Redruth certainly had the bit between their teeth, Will Trewin finishing an expansive move. It was the second of what would become 6 tries at the Rec, a repeat of the result back in March 2011, Kyle Bradley capping it off. Stourbridge were wrung out on a damp day in Cornwall, Dallas Aroro scoring their only try of the game. Further up the coast, 4th-tier debutants Exeter University settled in early as George Davis finished a powerful move. But Barnstaple found their rhythm soon after, Tyler Gordon-Oke with a moment of individual brilliance for a 3-point lead at half-time. The young guns would turn it around after the break though, fly half Josh Barton playing a starring role at Pottington Road. In the Midlands, Leicester Lions made a rampant start to their campaign, James Stubbs getting them started. Leicester Lions only lost once at home last season, and Augie Clark's bonus point try suggests they want to be unbeaten this year. Debutants Hornets were the latest victims, but Ross Cheeseborough's try demonstrated a battling second half from the new side. The all-new affair came in Bristol, but it was dominated by Old Redcliffians Ezra Craven, grabbing 4 of their 8 tries. Newport's Salop were given very little to work with, but winger Tristan de Jager found his way through for a second half brace.
Disappointing start to National Rugby. It's something that we've got to learn pretty quickly of what it's all about, and we'll bounce back. There's 25 games left, and we learn. We've got to learn quick on the run.
8 miles north, Dings Crusaders launched their season in style with a scintillating score from TJ Wilstead for their second try. The Bristol side struggled at the start of last season before a strong surge. Sam Harrison's score suggested it would be different this year. Luctonians managed to turn their form around in the second half, Sam Jones driving over, but it was too little, too late. Staying in the city, Clifton made a trademark fast start against Loughborough students, Finlay Sharp grabbing a hat-trick. The university side, though, were allowed into the contest due to indiscipline, Dan Eckersley scoring their second. But Will Owen of Clifton had the final say, ensuring the home side edged a battling contest in a brand new fixture. And drama at Avery Fields. Hinckley took the lead after 12 minutes through their first attack, Mitch Lamb finding the line. The visitors couldn't pull away, allowing Bourneville to edge ahead on the hour through Tom Burrow's effort. But the day would belong to Hinckley in the space of 4 minutes. Rory Voll's try helping stop a late surge by the hosts. A tight day to kick off National 2 West. 5 of the 7 games were decided by 9 points or less. Promoted Old Redcliffians topped the table. Redruth aren't far behind on points difference. Hinckley, though, miss out via the bonus. Bourneville and Loughborough take losing bonuses, there's plenty for Stourbridge and Newport Salop to think about.
Sun, 6 tries, scintillating drama. National League Rugby is back. See you next week. What's up guys, Warren Muggleton here. Thank you so much for watching that National League Rugby video. If you want more from the 3rd and 4th tiers of English rugby, then subscribe just here.